Hi, everybody. I think I know almost everybody in the room. Welcome to the 11th Canadian Melanoma Conference. This is my 10th, and 10's a big number for me, and you're going to hear why that is in a couple minutes. Some of you have heard my story. Started back in 2003. But this year, I would like to let you hear the voice of other Canadians. Back in 2006, when I was asked to speak at the Melanoma Conference, there were only a few of us. Now there are plenty. And if we could run the video, please.
My name is Terry Jaye. I'm from Moncton, New Brunswick. I'm 48 years old. I've had melanoma since 2009. I am currently stage 4 melanoma.
I'm Shannon Webster. I am 48 years old and I live in North Vancouver. I have stage 4 melanoma that was diagnosed when I was 45.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Danica Garneau, j'ai 24 ans, j'habite Laval et à 21 ans, j'ai eu une récidive de mélanome de stade 4.
My name is Lana Manson. I'm from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, and I'm 49 years old. I was diagnosed January of 2014 with melanoma.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Philippe Latraverse, j'ai 29 ans, j'habite à Shawinigan, en Mauricie. J'ai reçu le diagnostic d'un mélanome malin métastatique.
My name is Natalie. I live in Meaford, Ontario. And in April 2014, when I was 37 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 3B nodular melanoma.
Hi, I'm Mike Allen, and I'm 58 years old. I was at stage 4B.
Hey everyone, this is Melanie Edgehill coming to you live from Port Alberni, BC. I'm 50 years old, and in 2006 I was diagnosed with metastatic melanoma.
Hi there, I'm Nigel. You can guess where I live. I'm 68 now, and I was diagnosed with ocular melanoma in June 2010.
Here I am in old Quebec City, walking around, enjoying the fresh air. Love the outdoors and love getting exercise.
Thanks to the immunotherapy treatment that I've been on for 2 years, I'm able to work full-time in a very active grade 5 classroom. They're coming in right now. And lead a very physically active lifestyle.
Vas-y!
It's going to be such a good surprise for Lynn. I know, I'm so excited. Yeah, me too. Actually, I wonder if her mom even remembers. I hope she does. Would you like some too? Yeah?
I'm living life large and doing what I want to do now, racing cars and just having a great time with life.
Hi, Grandma, we love you.
Hey, I'm out for a run in Victoria. That's what I love to do. I go long, I go hard. I'm a lucky person.
Hi, I'd like to welcome all the attendees to the conference. Many of you in the audience I've met, and actually many of you I consider my friends and my doctors. You've helped me through my disease, and I'd like to welcome you and welcome everyone else to the conference.
I want to say thank you for supporting melanoma research, and have a great conference.
Je profite de ce moment pour vous remercier, vous qui œuvrez de près ou de loin dans le monde du mélanome et du cancer de la peau. Merci de me donner des options et de faire en sorte que j'ai toujours une qualité de vie malgré les traitements. Donc, je peux aller à l'école et continuer de croire en mes rêves. Merci.
Thank you to the researchers, the doctors, and the specialists who dedicate their time to find the right treatments that give melanoma patients like myself a second chance at life. I thank you, and my family thanks you for these miracles.
Je fais présentement partie de l'étude sur l'immunothérapie à l'Hôtel-Dieu de Québec et je tiens à remercier toute la grande équipe médicale derrière ce traitement.
I would just like to say a sincere thank you from the bottom of my heart to my medical team, my lovely oncologist, and the innovators who have saved my life.
Very remarkable people came along and got me back going in this big world.
I'm lucky enough to get to be the one to thank you all for getting out of bed every morning and doing what you do, because without you, we all wouldn't be here. So thank you.
You know, the reason that I'm alive right now is because I was able to get immunotherapy 3 times now, actually. A historic first for Canada, I believe. And what I'm hoping is that the people who make big decisions and hang out in buildings like this made of stone don't have hearts of stone, and they can get treatments, effective treatments, to people who benefit. Have a great conference. Thank you for putting your hearts into it.
It was really important to me this year that we do something to start the conference. Hi, Dr. Sash. Because 10 years ago when I was here, there were very few of us. And it was really hard when we first started the foundation, trying to help patients through this journey because we were losing them in record time. So today I want to kind of walk you back and come forward from where we were 10 years ago. And some of these slides I might have actually plucked from some of the doctors in the crowd, I'm not sure. Some of them are from when I first presented back in 2010. Or 2006, sorry. I was thrilled to be up here then, but we didn't really know what my fate was. But now I'm proud to say that I am living beyond the curve, at least the curve that I have in this presentation. And I'm hoping when I'm done today, one of you is going to put up a new curve beyond the 120 months, because I'm starting to get a little nervous. So, there's Kathy's journey. Most of you have seen it, diagnosed in 2003, was put on the interferon treatment, or as I would like to call it, are you kidding me? I have to take more of this. It came back in 2005 to my kidney, my lung, my bone, my adrenal gland. I was put on dacarbazine. My comment was, what for? It doesn't work, but I did it anyway. It came back. I was lucky enough at that point to find a clinical trial in the U.S., brought into Edmonton, Alberta at the Cross. I underwent the 4 full cycles of the IL-2, and my comment was, oh my God, kill me now. It was the worst of all. 2006 came back into my small intestine, surgically removed. At that time, I was asked to present at the Melanoma conference, and this great little doctor from the Cross chased me out of the room after I finished speaking and said, I've got a clinical trial for you. I went on the Yervoy, had 4 cycles, had no side effects, was one of the lucky, and as you can see, I have now, since 2007, I have flatlined, and I'm very proud to say flatlined. When I first presented in 2006, when I was first diagnosed actually in 2003, my GP said to me, whatever you do, don't go get on the internet, and of course we all did. My sons were in their 20s, and we went home and found that we were in big trouble. Everything on the internet was outdated. There was no current information. We couldn't find a survivor. There was really absolutely nothing in melanoma. And I think that's when we knew that we were really in big trouble. So I sort of named the planet and what it felt like as a melanoma patient back in 2003, 4, 5, and 6. I felt like we were the little Pluto out in the universe. And as most of you know, Pluto has been unplaneted. It's now called a dwarf planet, and it can't become a full planet until it can go through its orbit. So we felt at that time that we were truly out there. Nobody was looking at the disease. We needed hope, anything. We needed chance. Most of us at that time were told we had 3 to 6 months at diagnosis, and that was horrific for us. So in 2006, when I got lucky and found the IL-2, we already knew how lucky I'd been because I was diagnosed in 2003, so I'd already got 3 years out of a disease that I was expected to get 3 to 6 months. So my family and I decided it was time to start the Save Your Skin Foundation. And it started in 2006 here in British Columbia, just to really help patients get to treatment. We wanted to give emotional support, financial support. We wanted to help patients navigate the system, which there really wasn't one in place back then. So literally we were trying to help the patients that came through our door find a treatment or a clinical trial, either within Canada or the US. So in our first few years of the foundation, we were really trying to move patients around and at least get them more to 3 to 6 months. As the foundation grew, now, we not only still do that, Financially, we don't have to help as often, but I will tell you, last year we had a young mom in Toronto on a clinical trial. Things were not good. She needed to get back to her son in Edmonton, Alberta. It was his 7th birthday on the Wednesday. We spoke to her doctor in Toronto. We spoke to a doctor in Alberta. We raised $64,000 in 24 hours to get Julia back to her son to celebrate his 7th birthday. We lost her on the Friday. So sometimes what we do financially is not as rewarding as we'd like it to be. We would like to have sent Julia and her family on a trip to Disneyland, but unfortunately we were not able to do that. We have become huge in policy development. We work extremely hard in our government relations. We meet at least yearly with every decision maker across this country, from Quebec to Vancouver. We have an open door policy meeting with them once a year. And as you know, we needed to have that because things are moving so quickly. These drugs are coming so quickly. We were hoping we would get them ready for the insurge that they're seeing now. We also have a good relationship with them when things go awry, like they did as we were concerned before Christmas with the Yervoy file. We also went through our patient advocacy, and we are still working on that file. We are trying to get the Yervoy revisited. I know doctors in the room might disagree or agree. For us as patients, we finally get a couple treatments, and kind of how dare they take them away. Maybe 5-10 years from now, that will be acceptable to us as a patient, but right now it's not. We are not only in Canada anymore, we now represent Canada at various organizations and committees across the globe. We have grown exponentially. We are a leader not only in skin cancer now, but we are helping pave the way for the other cancer indications behind us. The melanoma Annette is with us, or Annette is with us as well. We're trying to help the other cancer indications coming in behind us get ready for what they're going to see when these drugs go to P-coder and through the process. So we're helping, trying to help the other cancer indications through. So this was 2006. I don't know whose slide I plagiarized this from, but I'm not running for US election, so I should be okay. This was the curve, survival curve, back in 2006, the year after this conference started. And I think, what is that, less than 20-month survival curve. So, where did we go? 2006, patient number 1 went on Yervoy. She had 4 rounds, and she's been clear ever since. We have another patient, 2007, went on targeted treatment, clear ever since. 2010, we had a young mom go on Yervoy, worked for a little bit, long enough to get her onto one of the PD-1s. She has a 5-year-old daughter. She didn't think she was going to meet. She was 7 months pregnant when her metastasis came back to her brain. Shannon is still living an incredible life. Maddie goes to kindergarten. Now we're getting to see the next generation, our patients that are going on the combination. I'd like to say we've got some really good stories from that, but we're still evaluating. We know we have a few, but not as many as we'd like to see. So there's the last survival curve that I found at 120 months, so I'm there. So again, once you're finished these 4 days, get back to work because I need you. But that's pretty cool compared to where we were 10 years ago. So where are we now in the universe? I think we own it. I think we own it. We are not Pluto anymore. We're in the middle there, and we will be helping all the other cancer indications because we were the first out of the gate with some of these innovative medications. So now we owe it to everybody to play it back. Where have I been? Look at my flat line. How cool is that? Well, back in 2005, I wrote a bucket list. I'm going to read it. I wanted to compete in the 2010 World Master Games in Australia. Check. I wanted to attend a hockey game at Whistler, or at the Winter Olympics. Check. I wanted to turn 60, unfortunately. Check. I wanted to see my sons graduate from university. Check. I wanted to see them get married. Check. I wanted to meet grandchildren. Check, check. I wanted to see my beautiful niece graduate from elementary school. She just graduated from UBC, heading for her master's and the love of my life, and she was 10 when I was diagnosed. I have built an international cancer foundation. Who'd have thunk? I've played over 450 baseball games. I've played 200 rounds of really bad golf. I water ski, I snow ski, I cycle, and I live every day to the fullest. I try never to sweat the small stuff. And I'd like to say I'm good at that, but I'm not. So what motivates me? I like to say chocolate. But when the foundation first started, in those dark, sad, tough days, these people came through our door. They were all under the age of 30. We lost them all within 6 months. When you become part of the Save Your Skin family, you don't just email me. We talk regularly. I come to meet you. Sometimes I go to the doctor with you. You become a part of my life because we have something in common. Those children, some of them never got to see marriage and children. Some left children. So for me, every morning when I get out of bed and I think, I got to sell this foundation to somebody because I got to improve my golf game, I don't. I get up. And for as long as you keep me alive, I will work in honor of those kids. So I thank you. And I know this is your conference, but you will never know the gratitude that we have for what you do. And I don't ever want you to take it for granted. We are not there yet. We see a light at the end of the tunnel, and we've got a long way to go, but we will get there. And there are a lot of us now that can help you get there. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful conference. And can I see you in 2027? I do my math. That'll give me another 10. Oh, never mind. It make me 70.